Welcome to the first edition of Pivot Forward with me, Jean Rawls, your operating partner of Keller Williams, the Rawls Group. I am here with you today on Friday, February 27th, 2020, in celebration. We have hit a milestone today. It is a 2-week marker that we have transitioned and changed our entire life. Prior to 2 weeks ago, we were conducting our lives as normal, going to work, sending our children off to school, and running an agenda that was probably overpacked, overscheduled, and many driving miles on your car. Abruptly, we were asked to stop and change and stay at home. At first, we were shocked. Then we immediately took action, and I saw everyone at Keller Williams be very concerned about one another in the caring way that Keller Williams I have always known. I am proud to say that I have had more emails and phone calls of people sharing with me success stories of how they've implemented school at home, helping their children with tests and projects, entering back into an arena that they never thought that they would have to go to again, and actually enjoying it. I've had wonderful stories of how business has transitioned to being in office, to being at home and still working with their assistant remotely or teams remotely. Technology has played a huge part in our life today for us to be able to conduct our business by Zoom conference calls and by telephone calls to our client base. I am so proud to be here today with the Rawls Group to see the success of how we've taken care of one another. Coming into the weekend, I'd like to share 3 tips with you that will make next week more successful than the week you had this week. Tip number 1, make sure you write out a schedule each night. By writing out that schedule and planning your day, not only will you know what you need to get done, your entire household will know how the schedule will run. And most likely, there's more than one of you in the house. You will need to share that schedule so everyone's expectations will be met. Tip number 2 is flexibility. Flexibility is a skill that we all need in life, not only in this time, but throughout our entire lifetime. But remember, right now, being more flexible is to your advantage. So don't be looking for perfection. Look to get each task done and give yourself grace. Tip number 3 is designate a work area in your home that you know in that area it is time to get to work. I also recommend that you do the same for your kids. Lead by example. If they see you working in your workspace, they too should follow along. Now, I know you may be smiling at this point because not all of our children follow along on first recommendation, but trust me, if they see consistency on how you conduct yourself with work, they too will learn from that. In closing, I'd like us all to take a moment tonight in gratitude and think about all the things that went well for you this week. For me, I'm grateful to have dinner every night with Noble and Steele. We're now cooking and grilling and making recipes that we haven't touched, I think, ever for them. It probably has been 20 years for me. I'm grateful for my health and the health of my family around me. And I am most grateful to be in business with each and every one of you. I can't tell you the joy you bring to me by knowing how much you're taking care of yourself, one another, and everyone throughout the Keller Williams family that we belong to. Thank you so much for being a Keller Williams Rawls Group agent. Have a great weekend. Celebrate your blessings this weekend and start next week with a schedule that you've put in writing. And I am looking forward to accomplishing great things with you next week. Take care.